Not even death could unsave this here cult pastor. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Kevin O. Smith has been posthumously charged. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, greetings, and salutations to all nation. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari, soldier of Deep Roots TV, and if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit that red subscribe button, and we're going to have a great relationship, ladies and gentlemen. Not even in death, Kevin O. Smith could be spared the humiliation, ladies and gentlemen. He has been slapped with murder charges in the connection with the horrifying event that played out at his organization at the Pathway International Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another developing situation, and now that we got some more information, it is more horrifying and horrific than we even thought, ladies and gentlemen. A few days later, after he died, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin O. Smith is posthumously charged with 2 counts of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, illegal possession of a firearm, ammunition, wounding with intent, and shooting with intent, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pastor, a bad man this. Listen, the murder charge are in relations to the vicious killing of 39-year-old Taneka Gardner and 38-year-old Michael Scottsdale Brown, both of St. James. Listen now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a reaccount of a former member of Smith's misguided flock, who asked not to be named, told the local newspaper that during what they believe was to be a 3-day convention, Brown was first in line to be killed. Unbelievable. Now, who is Brown? Brown is a person that was in the hospital, promptly took himself out of the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, because the pastor promised him a new kidney. Brown allegedly discharged himself from the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was being treated for a kidney disease. He had a kidney issue and he was just coming from the hospital. The congregant or the member of the church recall they did something to him. I think they call it dialysis. He was just coming from the hospital with bandages all over him. Imagine somebody can have faith in somebody like this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as the newspaper recall what the man told him, there was one in his neck, and look at him and ask him, that's Smith, you believe in me? And the guy said, yes, I believe in you. And the guy ran up to him, fell at his feet, started to hold on to his feet, and he said to him, touch my tassel. And the guy touched his foot. Now, the man told the local newspaper that when Smith pulled out the catheter from Brown's frail body, he said, you will have to die and I will bring you back to life. And he just started to pull the bandage and the catheters off him. Pulled it off his body, pulled it off his neck. When he pulled it off, there was blood just shooting out of his body like a river running. The man recounted. He said that during the whole ordeal, Smith kept promising him and his followers that he would resurrect Brown. He asked a boy, is there anywhere that we can put him so he can bleed out and die? Then I will raise him back from the dead, said the former congregation. Gardner was next in line. The man said it is alleged that Smith told her that enter to the premises would require blood. He said, your blood has to be clean. You cannot enter here. And he asked her, do you believe that I am the resurrection? And she said, yes. Yes, I do. The man recounted of the horrifying night. Now he told the local newspaper, ladies and gentlemen, that Smith went on to ask Gordon, do you believe that if you die, you will come back to life? To which she also replied, yes, I do. Wanna hear what me I talk about? Wanna hear what I go on pan what I go on? You are gonna see. So it's like these are some faithful followers, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end of the day, he said, archangels, one of you go and cut her throat. The man alleged. Gardner did not cry out. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear what me I say. The person that's recounting to the news says, Pastor Kevin O. Smith, the cult pastor, said, archangel, one of you go cut her throat. Gardner did not cry out, ladies and gentlemen. And the person recounting says, all I can remember was hearing like blood was rushing down a windpipe. And I could hear her choking on the blood. But she did not scream or anything. And I think the reason why she did not scream is because the knife was rubbed with garlic. So she wasn't feeling it, the man said. Now, came strict order from Smith to harm other congregation if they attempt to enter the premises. Listen, people, you hear what I go on. So there should be kidnapping charges also on this. He said, anyone he does not authorize to come through the gates should be stabbed to death. The man recount. Members of the Jamaican Constable Force were alerted after an injured woman turned up at the hospital and reported that, there was a ritual involving human sacrifice taking place at the location at the Albion Church. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Smith was subsequently arrested, right? And he was reported that he shot at lawmen. Some 42 members of the flock were also taken in. Now, I've been seeing, pictures all over the internet of him in a car crash showing that, he's deceased. Smith died in a motor vehicle crash, ladies and gentlemen, on Linstead Bypass, right in the St. Catherine Parish. He was being transported to Freeport from Freeport Police Station in St. James to the CIB headquarters in the downtown Kingston area. You are guaranteed for charges to be laid. Unfortunately, he was charged, convicted, tried, and sentenced by a higher power. Now, unfortunately, a police officer did lose his life. My condolences, to Orlando Irons, who also died in the crash. Now, we have seen pictures of the crash and it's horrific. But we also have seen pictures of his accomplice, because I know people are asking who sliced this young lady, here Mrs. Gordon, throat. So we're finding out that his co-accuser name is André Ruddock, and he's to appear in court November 3rd. He has already appeared in court yesterday, and he's accused of murdering Gardner. Now, Ruddock, like I said, will return November 3rd, and I'm sure that he's going to get the blunt of the charges, or gonna get the book thrown at him, basically. Now, I'm just reporting here, and it's just Horrific, unbelievable what this person is saying. That a man was promised a kidney. He was at the Cornwall Regional Hospital being treated by medical professionals. And he chose to leave because of a promise from a preacher or a bishop. His excellent Kevin O. Smith promised him a kidney. And he discharged himself and went to get sacrificed. I'm not saying he deserve it, but I'm saying he laid himself to the waste. Unbelievable, people. Now, the next person in line to be sacrificed is another genius. Listen, you can't make man I can't tell you about them a go take your life and bring you back. Them things they don't make no sense. Plus, I'm hearing that Mrs. Gardner was warned by her brother. Unbelievable. Like people have life a dash way, no people. You are guarantee? Now you turn up there now. And you hear man a chat about Archangel. Archangel cut her throat. So I saw this man believe in our next man. Listen, this is the reason why me I tell you say Jamaica needs to bring in the death penalty. Me no care if you hang them or a electric chair. Listen, them no care how them a kill people. You have to fight fire with fire. You can continue to fight evil with prayer. Because not for the people them, we are do the praying are the evilest one them. You are guaranteed. Here is a bishop that is reportedly to have sexually assaulted someone in Canada. Not assaulting her, sexually assault a male in Canada, was charged and convicted, placed on probation for 10 years, spent 6 months in jail, and for some reason him there I live up life with high society people, with prime ministers and dancehall artists, and traveling left and right to England, and having such a big congregation where he think him can breach the Disaster Management Act because him have all police squaddy in a church a guard him, when can take away all police tool and bust it allegedly after the other officers them. Listen, people, this thing is murky and dirty. Then he's being transported to the CIB in Kingston. Why? I don't know. But they're saying that because they think he couldn't get a fair trial in Gantilda Bay. What kind of trial he need other than the judge, jury, and the executioner that he received? You see it? Them say the most high not sleep. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm just reporting that even after he passed out, this pastor, the cult pastor of Montego Bay, of the Pathway International Kingdom of Restoration Ministry, has been posthumously charged. And he's been charged with murder. He's been charged with conspiracy to commit murder. He's been charged with illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition, wounded with intent, and shooting with intent. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier. I'm giving you an update here. I want you to leave your comment here and let me know what you think about Watagwan, Pan Watagwan. The plot thickens and the drama gets more dramatic. And more life, and more joy, and absolutely more nappiness. People no be safe out there. Wanna stay blessed out there. Be careful who you congregate with. Because them say birds of a feather. Yeah. If you have a cold pastor, then you might be cultish. all of the congregation them get charged for where the pastor miss. Because all of them involved guilty by association. You know I'm Rastafari soldier. Yeah, they approach TV. Real, true TV. A long time them a do the obia. Long time. And a mask it about a church. When them a bomb up and a oil up and a eat flesh and a drink blood. But communion. Cultish.